and hurt me. Do you realize what this mess concerning the Rape Crisis Center has done to my campaign?
Look, there was no collusion between Lee Carruthers and me on that. I mean, you made some wrong choices. And Stacy's story just brought out the facts, that's all.
Her article made me come across as some kind of ogre, completely insensitive to the benefits a Rape Crisis Center could provide. Well, as a matter of fact, she was wrong. I'm in full support of the Rape Crisis Center. I've directed hospital funds to be used in its creation, and my people will be issuing a statement to that effect today.
Oh, surprise.
I'll have none of your smug sarcasm, Dr. Phillips.
Oh, I'm very pleased, Mr. Wainwright. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope that's an end of it. This crisis center has caused me nothing but trouble. Now that it's behind us, I hope I can count on your support in the campaign. Well, I do appreciate your time.
Oh, thanks for letting us know. Well, how about that, huh? 3 cheers for bad publicity.
Oh, Dave, I'm so happy.
I guess one should never give up hope.
Never.
Just stay calm. No. But we just have to accept things as they are. Now, I think our next move is to file for divorce. No.
Why? Dan, how is that possible?
Look, I think this will be to your advantage in the long run.
But you didn't answer my question.
We should have hit harder. I underestimated Vaughn's case, all right?
Didn't I tell you that in the beginning?
I look, I know you're upset. And you have every right to be, but if you just listen to what
I have every right to be angry with you. If you had not spent so much time chasing after me and more time preparing this case, maybe this would never have happened.
Just listen to what I have to say, will you?
What other excuses do you have for me, Dan? You're the one who told me that this annulment was a sure thing. You're the one who said that Vaughn didn't have a case. You even told me that Harold Webster went so far as to practically admit defeat before he even got to the hearing. How could you be so stupid?
All right, that's enough. Now, there is no way that I could have been prepared for what went on in that court.
Yeah, tell me that.
That's exactly what I did. I think I'll start by telling you the identity of Vaughn's secret witness.
Oh, what will you try?
I'm here because I thought you might want to help Lori.
Lori? Why? What's wrong? Is she hurt?
Oh, no. It's nothing like that. It has to do with Vanessa and her relationship with Ben.
Oh?
I know you think the world of Vanessa, but Nancy, if it came down to a choice between Vanessa or your family, well, who would you choose?
Gee, I don't know, but is there something going on with Ben and Vanessa?
Well, let's just say at the very least, Vanessa has her sights set on him.
Well, you know, I must admit that I thought that... No, I can't imagine that. Ben is as straight as they come. I know it. He just loves Lori and Scotty. Now, you don't have to worry about him.
Vanessa's accustomed to getting what she wants.
Well, have you talked to either of them?
Oh, yeah, and they both deny that anything's going on.
So why are you worried?
Because Ben's been a good friend to me, and I owe him a lot. Since I'm the one that introduced him to Vanessa, well, I feel a certain responsibility to make sure that nothing further develops between them.
Well, now, if you're right, and I'm not saying you are, what could I do?
Well, for one thing, you can tell me when Lori's coming back from her trip.
I don't know.
Would you happen to know where she's staying?
No, but I guess I could find out.
But not from Ben. I don't want him to know anything about this.
Well, I guess I'll just ask Terry or something. But why? What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just drop her a casual note.
I'm impressed, Brian.
With what?
With you. Just the way you care for a friend. I wish someone cared for me like that.
What do you say, Nancy? Will you help me? Nancy, can I count on your help?
Well, I don't know, Brian. I mean, after all, you're asking me to do something behind Vanessa's back.
Not really. Why don't you just think of it as saving a marriage?
Yeah, but suppose Vanessa finds out.
She won't.
Well, I don't like the sound of it. I mean, I don't know if it's worth my while.
What would it take to make it worth your while?
I'm not sure.
I just won a bet for you by showing up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that enough?
Well, it's a start.
A start. Okay, Nancy, we'll explore other options. Now, what do you say?
I'll see what I can do.
Tina, Ruben!
Just calm down, all right?
This whole thing is a lie.
I'm not so sure.
I am. She's been for Vaughn since the very beginning. I should have realized I am the finder. And when I...
Wait, just sit.
Go of me. When I do, I'm gonna scratch her eyes out.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Well, you're not me.
It's not polite to strike a pregnant woman. That's right. Tina told the judge that she's pregnant with Vaughn's child. Child.
Shoot tin cans and things like that. I had a piece of kid, and do you? It didn't turn me into a murderer.
Knew that she was pregnant.
Vaughn's child. And as a result of that, our petition for annulment was denied.
And she's lying. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I know it, and you know it, but the judge bought her story. And that's it.
And that's all you can say? She is lying, Dan. Why didn't you do something?
Like what? Was I supposed to make her take a pregnancy test right there on the spot? Look, Courtney, I know this is frustrating, but try to be reasonable, will you?
Reasonable? Who is the one who told me, oh, don't worry about anything? Who's the one who told me that Vaughn bringing up this affair wouldn't make any difference at all?
Courtney, just would you take some advice from me?
Why should I?
Because of the reality of the situation. You lost the annulment. Okay, now let's look at our alternatives. Our next move is to file for divorce.
No.
No. All right, well, you just you give yourself some time, let off a little steam, and then we'll talk about our next step, okay?
Our next step? I'll tell you what my next step is going to be. I'm going to find Tina Brubaker, and I'm going to scratch her eyes out.
Something to drink, iced tea, a soda?
No, thanks. No. I won't be here long.
I was going to fix myself something to eat. Are you interested?
What are you having?
Oh, I thought I'd have one of those frozen gourmet somethings.
Yeah, TV dinner?
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Peter, if you came here to discuss my marriage,
What?
I'd really prefer that you didn't. I know everyone's concerned about me and Laurie, but I really don't need any
No,
sort of
no,
interrogation.
it's not that at all. I want to talk about me. see, I have some decisions I want to make, and I kind of need your help.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were... Okay. What can I do for you?
Okay, well, I've been doing a lot of thinking about the wedding and everything.
Is there a problem with Dave still?
No problem with Dave. We got everything settled a while ago. It's just that with Dave moving in and stuff, I think I'm going to be in the way.
No, I really don't think so.
No, really. But see, it's not that they're not going to have enough room, or that Mom or Dave won't want me there. It's just that, shucks, Ben, they're going to be newlyweds, you know? And besides, it's time I get out on my own.
Oh, so you want your own apartment?
That's part of it, yeah. But you know what? I've never been anywhere. Kingsley's nice, but it's just, there's so much more out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So how do I tell Mom I'm leaving Kingsley?
Now, Nancy, I want you to tell me all about how you've used your newfound abilities.
Well, I have to admit, Dr. Vaughn, I really didn't think I'd be able to do anything. I mean, after only one session.
Haven't I told you that there are some people who are more open to the supernatural than others? From the very first moment I met you, I knew you were one of those people.
Well, I have to admit it's true. You know, the first person I tried it on was Babs. She's this woman that lives at the home where I live, and she's this very kind of domineering, forward sort of person, and very, very pushy, you know.
Oh, yes, but you didn't let her push you around.
Yes. She wanted me to do the dishes. Well, I just didn't feel like doing the dishes. So I ordered her to get in and do those dishes. And you know what? She didn't even argue with me.
Very good.
Yeah, and then at the Greenbrier where I worked, there was this very obnoxious customer. You know, the kind of person who'd never be satisfied with anything. I mean, the table wobbled, her water was too warm, the food was too cold, the whole bit. And finally, when she said she wasn't going to pay the bill, I had just about had it.
What did you do?
Vanessa, I didn't have to do anything. She just started coughing and she couldn't stop. And finally I told her, you wouldn't be able to stop coughing until you pay the bill and you leave a very generous tip for the waiter and me.
Excuse me. And when she did, the coughing stopped.
Yes. Can you believe it? Oh, well, yeah, I know you can. It just amazed me. You wouldn't believe the expression on her face.
Nancy, you're doing so well. I'm really proud of you.
Oh, well, that's not all. And then just today, Babs made a bet that I couldn't will someone...
Yes?
I couldn't will this person to call me on the phone.
And it happened?
Oh, yeah, well, better than that. You know, it happened, he came right to the house, so I won the bet, $10. You know, I was thinking about that. That would be a great way for me to make money for my Domi sessions.
By winning bets?
No. You know, contests and lotteries and things, there's big money to be had in those things.
Nancy, the power you have is priceless. It's not to be wasted on games and bets. You must understand that.
Oh, well, I was just thinking that, you know, maybe it would be a good way to...
No, Nancy, I want you to realize the seriousness of what we're doing here. We are unlocking a power from deep within you. We are not playing games. You are not to take this lightly. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Good. Because it's very important that you continue to use it. You must rely on it even more. You must give yourself over to it.
Well, I want to, Dr. Vaughn, but how? How can I control it?
By practicing. That is the only way.
So you mean I should just continue to will things into existence?
Oh, yes, but not for your amusement.
Well, what do you suggest I do?
Tell me some more about your landlady.
Ione?
Yes, Ione. She's Jean Redland's mother, isn't she?
Yes.
And didn't you mention that she's been pressuring you for some money?
Well, yes. What she wants me to do is to contribute to the rent. But I tried to explain to her that I need the money for Domi.
And she wasn't sympathetic.
No.
In fact, she doesn't really appreciate what you're learning here, does she?
No.
She really opposes it, isn't that right?
Well, I mean, don't be too hard on her. She's really very nice.
Nancy, how important is Domi to you?
Oh, it's very important, Dr. Vaughn. It's my whole life.
And you want to gain even more power and more control, isn't that right?
You know I do.
Then you must realize that your power must be more important to you than your feelings for any person. And once you've mastered that, there'll be no stopping you.